doing a crazy section today because we shortened things up today. We have a bunch of things, so we're speeding it up.
Yeah.
And we want to get to the hot picks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the good news, the bad news, and the other shit. It's time.
He's like, are you really this crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot my meds this morning. It's hard with the new cat. Got a new cat, you guys.
That's right.
Got a new cat.
I knew it. I knew that's what it was.
Cat chose me. I know this is the part of the good news. I was just going down the street, walking. You know how often this happens. And the cat just came up, came off the porch. I said, well, you're kind of a bold cat. Obviously, not that bright.
Picked it up. Wait, you picked it up and took it home?
So I started petting the cat, and then it turns out this was right in front of an old friend's house. And so I started walking past, regular after that, because the cat would always run out and greet me. So one day my friend was there. I said, "This cat, you got this cat?" She said, "Oh, I don't. That cat came and the other cat got pregnant, and there was 2 kittens left, and so we kind of halfway taking care of the cat." I said, "What's the name of the cat?" She said, "Well, we don't really have a name for the cat." I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, so you really? How about you want to give up the cat?" They said, "Oh yeah, you could have the cat." I said, "Well, I could give the cat a home. The cat keeps bonding with me. I'm walking past. That's why I was looking for the cat. Every time So the cat's like about 4 months old. Aww. So she said, "Okay." So I said, "Well, give me a couple days." So I went and bought, all the cat stuff, like 6 foot tall cat climbing thing.
So is cat sleeping with you?
Because, I kind of indulge the cats. That's the way I am, loving person.
Yeah, indulge the cats.
Yeah, I had to get special cat bowl.
Chasing the cat.
Cat litter box.
Nasty bitch city, we're chasing the cat.
Yeah, forget her.
Yeah, forget her. We're chasing the other cat.
Why must I chase the cat? So it's already helping my personality. I may seem mellower.
Yeah.
Because the cat is really cool. The cat has been, the first day you bring them home, they're all freaking out, So I kept them in the bedroom because she's trying to adjust. And so she went and hid behind the bed, but every time I reached back there, she would just purr and lick all on my fingers. So finally she came out from behind the bed. And then last night at 3 a.m, she really felt friendly because she jumped up on the bed, climbed up on my chest. I said, okay. So now I got a new cat.
What did you name her?
Samantha.
Samantha.
Where did you get that?
I know, exactly.
Everybody always asks me where I get my other cats were Edgar and Casey. And people say, what kind of... I never name them names like Spot and Puffy or Poo Poo. None of those names.
So you say, come here, Samantha.
Yeah, Sammy, Samantha. Yeah. Cat's cool.
Oh, you even abbreviate.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cat's cool, too. So it's all...
So that's today's good news?
The cat's strolling in. The cat's strolling in. My name's Samantha. But my friends call me Sammy.
I got a cat collar, the new, got a special engraved thing,
Aww.
Brandy, you know what this means. In comes the animal, out goes the girlfriend.
Yeah, the girlfriend left and then the animal back again.
It was right on time.
That's perfect timing.
Filled up my weekend, too. Look how much money I saved. Once again, back to no girlfriend status. Ooh, what a save. You can really save.
Thank you, Samantha.
You know what? When you go on Amazon, you can watch whatever movie you want. No input. You want to watch
no input.
The Avengers. And then if you want to replay NFL games, the cat was just like...
This one right here doesn't give me an input when we choose movies.
No.
Oh. Wow.
No. It's worse.
Wow.
It's worse.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No, we're cruising through Netflix one day, and I for some reason I had this craving to watch Mrs. Doubtfire. So I search Netflix for Mrs. Doubtfire. It pops up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Doubtfire's on it. She goes, it's there. That's like 20,000 times worse than I don't want to watch it. It's on there.
I see it.
Yeah, I see it. Hooray! I need to get a cat.
It's hard. No, it's hard to watch. Well, it is hard to share cable and share the remote. So
that's why I'm usually in my own bedroom with my own TV.
Wow.
I tried to explain that wasn't a positive.
I know. No, it works for
I was
me.
trying to
It
help
is a
you.
positive.
Yeah, you got, yeah.
Not a good thing,
Got to
is
work
it?
on that one there.
Oh, come on.
All right, well, so that's the good news is the cat. But there's some bad news today. We have to say goodbye to George McGovern, everybody. He's a symbol of liberalism, who's really, a lot of the younger generation never heard of him. He's really famous because he actually lost the most landslide presidential election in history when he ran against Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon, who only lasted long enough to be impeached.
Yeah. Wow.
So not only did he lose
Nixon
by
must
a
have had more
landslide,
money. That's how it works, man.
Yeah.
too much of a good guy. He was one of the people who spoke out against the Vietnam War, always stood up for the students, very much loved individual, which means he couldn't be president. But he died Sunday. He was 90 years old, and people talk about him so fondly. One of the things that actually, in that ill-fated election that he lost, the biggest rout in American history, I think he won, what did they say, something like 17 he grabbing just 17 electoral votes.
Wow.
Where Nixon took 520.
Well,
Jeez.
No, he got his butt beat. And part of the whole thing was that his vice presidential candidate came out saying that he had to undergo electroshock therapy for depression.
I'm sorry.
And people don't remember this.
No, that's
Missouri
crazy.
Senator Thomas Eagleton, I remember this, who was the vice presidential nominee, came out that he had to have, somehow he came out, that was the beginning of the dirty stuff. They were just starting to get good at it back then. This is when they were doing their practice. Like all the Watergate people had just got out of college. They're now starting to fix elections and stuff. So this is where they first came out with this dirt about Thomas Eagleton having had electroshock therapy. And that kind of put the pin in that whole thing. McGovern was having a hard enough time anyway. And this is when Richard Nixon decided to declare war on the hippie community. So just to reflect back, he was allowed then he was then reelected and then later on impeached because of the Watergate scandal.
wow.
So who knows?
But screw the hippies.
Yeah, screw the hippies. So anyway, we want to give our love to George McGovern.
Hey, if you lived in 90, you got love.
Now here's part of the other good news. As it turns out, Russia has just stopped the importing of this Monsanto engineered corn because of alleged cancer risk. That's right. This is a big deal, you guys. Monsanto has this genetically engineered corn. There's also a big, huge controversy we alluded to on Conspiracy Wednesday about how they're able to pressure the American farm workers,
Right.
farm owners, into actually using their products. There's a lot of lobbying and leverage that goes into using their products. But also here in the U.S., it's a big concern over this genetically engineered products. And actually the fact that they're not always identified. For example, they may be part of an ingredient within a product. We know how much corn syrup we use in this country.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. Well,
Shop organic, man.
And we have so much genetically modified food these days.
We stay away from all that. I mean, we don't even buy vegetables in the store that don't say organic because you never know where they were grown, what pesticides were used.
You're totally that is part of the thing because there's so much lying to consumers out there. You could think you're doing the right thing.
What's happening in the world, to me at least, I'm young and who's really going to listen to what I have to say right now. But
all your friends.
I believe it's quantity over quality. And when that happens, the people's health deteriorates because it doesn't matter. They're selling, creating and selling, and I think I wish everyone could just shop organic. I know it's expensive, but is it more expensive than removing a tumor one day or losing your life because you're eating this fast food,
And I'm all for the technology, but I'm for safe, conscious technology. That means you have to be careful. We know we need to feed the world, but on the other hand, we don't need to poison the world. So that's where you have to have moral, conscious folks doing these things, but you don't. So then you need a lot of oversight. You need a whole hell of a lot of oversight because the people who are building and doing this stuff are not moral and not conscious.
Right.
And so therefore they can ruin these things. But we do need to feed the world. And one of the things that we have to do is find ways to be able to create products that'll grow in environments, but certainly not at the risk of spreading cancer.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Monsanto has a bad history. See, that's part of the thing. And I say that because I don't want to harden everybody against all of the technologies, like preservatives. All preservatives are not bad, okay? And you're going to need preservatives to feed the world. On the other hand, we got to be careful with what we do.
Cost.
Right,
It's
see, this is the
relative to
difference.
cost.
Right, we wouldn't.
Yeah,
see,
everything is relative to cost.
Right,
you want to be healthy, you're going to pay for it.
Right, so you got to go slower. You have to check things out more carefully. But we know what do we have to get to the world in order to improve life conditions? What? Running water, plumbing. Remember, the basic things change outcomes in countries. Things like flushing toilets.
Right.
Okay, being able to wash your hands, save millions of lives.
Right.
Okay, so we know what we want to do, but we do have to watch these folks. So anyway, congratulations to Russia stopping Monsanto.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Mario, real quick.
Monsanto's huge.
What's a bigger priority? Investment in overpriced cars in the state of California, or paying a little bit extra to get natural, good food and healthy food in your system? Where is the priority?
Depends on who you're talking to. You see, I would say that we should always be concerned with the food, but people don't realize that the majority, one of the main causes of death worldwide is malnutrition.
Yep.
You still have the number one cause of death in children is diarrheal disease.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's what's killing people worldwide.
Yeah.
So in order to do some of these things, well, it's like this. I said this before. The U.S. spends over $600 billion a year in defense. The nearest country is China, with about $114 billion a year. We outspend the entire world combined when it comes to killing people. Okay, we are the best. Okay, by far, more than anyone else.
Yep.
And even under the current administration, even though it's not conspiracy Wednesday, like I said, I love
I
the
could get into
president's
this.
speeches,
I could get into this.
but he has
You need to
not
come
been
back on a
any
Wednesday.
change.
I'd love to.
No change. I love the president's speeches, but I call them no change.
Yeah.
Because the money is going the same.
Yeah.
Have you heard any
it's
candidate?
It's a puppet show.
It's a puppet dog
Choose
and
this
pony.
guy.
That's
or
right.
choose this guy. Regardless, we up here are doing this.
Thank you.
You know, period.
And
Money.
that's why you don't have the $600 billion going into feeding the world. Imagine the goodwill that you can get out of the whole world. You wouldn't have to be worried about Al-Qaeda if you would go out there and stop trying to rip off all the countries of the world and
Well,
actually
they get
provide
the
some
natural resources,
That's right.
and we put our name on the natural
There you go.
resources.
Yep.
We're gangsters.
We're gangsters.
You gangsters.
We're gangsters.
No, but
True.
I don't know. I hate to say weird because I'm against that type of thing, but there's only so much you can do as one man, you know?
Well, at least we talk about it, right, Nathan? That's the idea here on this news, is to raise a different consciousness. That's why there is internet television, because we talk in the ways that you don't hear
On TV.
on TV.
Yeah.
And it's hard to characterize us because we don't fit in one box, and we also are willing to embrace others who don't have our own viewpoint, for the sake of the conversation and the discussion.
Well, I think of it like that old story of the Hatfield and McCoys. And you say, if you have a doctrine for 60 or 70 years of something you've been raised upon, and all of a sudden somebody comes and says, we're about to detoxify you. You stand back to say, something's wrong with you coming at me like that. There's complacency with a lot of people because our system has allowed people to just make it easy to eat food, whether to get the best healthy food.
Yeah.
So it's like the McDonald's of all foods. When you look at Monsanto and everybody says, look, we're just distributing at volume. We're not worried about the health conscious. So the part that's going to change them is the people. Don't wait for the system. People put their foot down and say change. They can actually make healthy foods be the priority.
Yeah,
but we're kind of desensitized to the healthy part.
Yeah, we are the support system. So honestly, I mean, this comes down to my principles, period. But if there's anything wrong going on in the world, it's the people who hold the power because we support it. And it's not necessarily our fault for being unconscious about it, but get educated. Go do your research on what you're eating. Go do your research on the companies that you're supporting. Research everything that you're supporting because you are a battery supporting some sort of large machine. Choose which machine you want to be supporting and stop supporting the ones that you don't, and they'll fall.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Without that, they're going to continue. We need We need to have people informed so that they would become involved, even though we recognize it's an uphill battle because we have to fight against television. Right. And the fact that most of you sitting there so bored out of your mind and so overwhelmed by the idea of keeping up with your daily job that you could scarcely give a shit what you eat. And you run down the street and stuff your face. That's why, 2/3 of the U.S. adult population are obese.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right? This is why, and part of it is as we succumb to all these things. But it does take work. It's not easy. But then I will remind some of you, if you do join Mac McAllister's Retro...
Yeah, where's my shirt, Mac?
Secret Squadron, you can eat all you want.
Where's the shirt?
I'm trying to get a tank top. I'm down.
I had to get that plug in. All right. Now, again, on the bad news, we mentioned violent crime is on the rise in U.S. Another mass shooting in Milwaukee. Man, more and more mass shootings. But with all that going on, a lot of folks seem to be getting kind of concerned about this mother and her dirty diaper.
Oh, I've got to see more about this. Come on now.
As it turns out, a pregnant Seattle woman, the pregnant Seattle woman was kicked off a bus because of her baby's dirty diaper. As it turns out, the baby was sick. She was taking the baby to the doctor on the bus. Some of us do have to take the bus to do that. And on the way there, I guess just as she was getting onto the bus, the baby had pooped the diaper. And so...
how do you literally pull the bus over and who tells her to get off?
The bus driver pulled over and he told her... let me read what happened. Okay. The bus driver came back to her and said she had to get off the bus. She said, why? She said, your baby smells really bad, and it's not fair that we all have to smell that. And then the 4-month pregnant mother then exited the bus a mile and a half away from her baby's doctor. This happened in Seattle.
So wait, she's pregnant and has a stinky baby diaper. That's pretty harsh. And then kick you off the bus. She's already got a hard life, people.
She only had one sock on, too. Did you read that?
Wow. You guys.
I'm just kidding.
And then she had to walk the mile with a stinky baby and
it is so crazy how like we're talking about food in the world and then there's this lady who's pregnant.
Wow.
That's crazy.
To me, part of it has to show you with what we're kind of concerned about.
Yeah.
For example, we can watch all kind of horror, Saw 2, cut them, stab them with knives, but let a mother breastfeed her child.
Yeah,
public.
people freak out.
And like, you could have been sleeping on titties all night long.
Yeah.
But seeing a baby feed on one is like some
That's
kind
so
of
crazy. It's
I
natural.
don't know. Men just I can't stand it.
Yeah.
What is?
When most of us started doing that.
What is that?
And we end our lives doing that. So
Exactly.
I'm living my life doing that. What?
Who are you talking about?
Well, take a look as part of this, you guys. I think I got it to work.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
I gotta see this.
Do we get to skip the ad?
Who's she suing now?
Oh, wait a minute. Do your pull-ups first.
You can skip the ad.
Yes.
There you go.
You can.
All
We're going
day.
to turn now to that story out of Seattle about a mom kicked off a public bus with her 1-year-old after the sick baby literally created a stink. She had to walk to the doctor's office all while 4 months pregnant. ABC's Neil Karlinski has more on the outrage this story has sparked.
Any parent can tell you how stressful it is to travel with a baby. But Nicole Hakimian says the problem she ran into this week when she boarded a city bus with her 1-year-old took it to a whole new level.
Nathan's about to say
as soon as I got on.
What's a mother to do? Her son was sick. She was taking him to the doctor. But that wasn't the worst of it. More, as they say, was about to hit the fan.
The bus driver told me that I needed to get off the bus. And I said, why is that? She said, your baby he smells really bad, and it's not fair that we all have to smell that.
Should have been feeding that baby some hummus chips.
Yeah, maybe she needs
Stop
to.
feeding that baby Monsanto
still
food.
a half mile
There
from
you
her
go.
doctor.
that
A
corn?
Seattle Metro spokesperson called it a very unique situation. Our goal is always to balance the comfort of all our riders. They're now investigating. But this isn't the first baby booted off public transportation just for acting like a baby. Last year, this video of a Portland woman struggling with a crying baby in the back of a bus went viral after she says she was kicked off for making too much noise.
You can't kick a woman off with her baby. That driver's crazy.
The driver was reportedly disciplined, but who's really to blame when
kind of daddy
babies
he
interrupt
is.
an innocent bystander's bliss?
The baby was just being a baby, pooping or crying, and yet we're saying, get off the bus.
You can't kick a baby off an
clearly
airplane.
intolerant.
When it comes to public transportation,
That might be nice.
I wouldn't be
just have
surprised
to
if they start
expect
doing that within the next 10 years.
babies to
We're
their
like
age
going down.
And hope the grown-ups will too. For Good Morning America, Neil Karlinski, ABC News, Seattle.
Wow. So
Maybe
what?
she'll get a book out of this. Lifetime movie.
Okay, so
Something
what's
like, my
the,
baby shit.
My baby got me kicked out the book.
Yeah.
so the consensus is that's not cool, right?
No.
No, it's not cool at all.
Okay.
But I do understand it is really bad when you're stuck in a confined spot and you have a stinky diaper. Like, I mean, when I'm holding I have kids, and when I hold my other friends' kids and they stink, you're like, oh, I'm handing this kid right back to you.
Yeah, because you only like smelling your own
Listen.
brand.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Now,
no
this makes me want to go on a bus and fart and see what happens. Because have you guys seen that video of the bus where the girl gets uppercutted by the driver? Oh my gosh! All right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we got to find that one.
It is insane.
Oh, goodness. The things that happen on buses. I am thankful to have a minivan.
That's why
my own bus.
y'all should be used to funk. Because, you know, judging by some of the folks that pass through here,
Oh man!
some of the fellas come through smell like little puppies.
Oh.
So, you know, obviously.
Well, we're by the ghetto.
All right, hottest drinks in social media. I wanted to bring this one up because I have healthy people here, and I wanted to, once again, to horrify you.
I don't drink Red Bull.
Number 1 is Red Bull. Number 2,
Not even with
Coca-Cola. Number 3, Pepsi. Number 4, Monster Energy. Number 5, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's
Number
still living.
6, Sprite. Number 7, Guarana Antarctica. Number 8, Gatorade. Number 9, Mountain Dew. And number 10, Fanta. These are the top soft drink brands. Man, you guys. And the ones to watch, Kool-Aid and Lipton Iced Tea. Everybody!
Watch that Kool-Aid.
Get some sugar! Sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening,
That is so interesting.
sugar at
Fanta.
supper time. So it goes to show you guys have an uphill battle because everybody's going with the bullshit.
It's just cheaper. That's why,
is.
you know.
And when you buy less of it, they give you more per serving.
Mm-hmm.
They really will.
It's like it's like how they go out and pass out free packs of cigarettes to get you hooked. It's the same type of thing.
Oh,
Monsters and Red Bulls
Yeah.
and oh my gosh, I'm a girl with big boobies. I'm gonna give you a free energy drink. You're hooked for life,
That's
bitch.
so like dating, isn't it? How they give you that kiss just to get you hooked.
Yeah, they just sneak up on you.
All right, we don't have time to bring you guys this, but I want you to know that all this week we're going to try to be giving you little glimpses into these wonderful, whatever, these wonderful.
Too much time.
It's a wonderful tutorial on Halloween makeup where you can actually watch and transform yourself into these wonderful things. For example, if you want to be the pinhead person here, I think we're going to do that tomorrow.
That's where you're like, ooh.
Pinhead people. You can be pinhead.
No, thank you.
Press your dates.
Wow.
You know, I used to tell my friends, though, wear something on Halloween that makes you approachable. You know, that way you might actually meet someone. Don't go as Booger Lady. Go as something attractive. So I don't know if I would go up to, like, Pinhead and get a number. I don't think so, you know? So at least do something, you know. But we're going to be showing you all week long. See, look at this. I wouldn't do that once. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that.
I would do that for money on a movie.
You
Yes.
already have a date, a boyfriend.
On a movie with Tim Burton.
Yeah. If you're going out to meet people on Halloween, don't go as Funky Sister.
Wow.
You know, some of these are okay.
No, you go as that if you definitely don't want a man. So I just might go as Pinhead.
You go as zombie. Here's a good one. Go as zombie lady.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
That's gross.
That's a little extra.
That'll keep the men away.
Yeah, sure would.
All right. Now, where's my other? I'm missing one thing. Okay. Oh, well, we'll just say we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
So tomorrow we're going to have the iPhone app that the helicopter. Remember I told you guys about that?
Sure. Was that last Monday? 'Cause it's been a whole week since last Monday.
Resounding approval for that one.
You did a setup. If you do a setup, you got to follow through.
Yeah, I was trying to show you where it has. It's the wonderful helicopter.
But there's the
okay. All right, hold on.
Give me the
They have a helicopter that's a clone that you guys can control with your iDevices. Here it is.
Wow.
So let's take a look. I found it. It's in my notes here. I want you to see this because I want to buy one of these.
Already.
You know, I'm just obnoxious. I'll be the guy flying this shit over your head in the office. You know, hey Bob, is that your crotch?
You're wrong.
It's coming up.
I hope it doesn't pop up. I hope it doesn't pop up. I like the surprises.
Cool.
I do. I kind of like
why
when
you
try
want
to, because man, you I don't know if you're a consumer, aren't you?
I am.
All right. So while you're telling people to watch over government, you're buying clones.
I am.
All right.
He's trying to clone me, right? I just knew it.
Oh,
Brandy.
Stepford Wives.
Brandy.
Stepford Wives.
Is there an advantage to
whatever
cloning
you like? Try saying this. Try saying this. Whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
No, you gotta say it better than that. Whatever you want. Whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. Sleep on your stomach. Whatever you like.
Whatever you want.
For Mashable, I'm Logan Timm.
Oh, Steph.
Office warfare escalating? Why not send a drone strike over your coworker's cubicle? This remote control helicopter offers to do just that. It's called the iStrike Shuttle, a bomb-dropping helicopter controlled by your iPhone, iPad, or iPod. Using the iStrike controller app by Genetically, users can navigate the device and drop their ping-pong ball payload on their unsuspecting target.
Wow.
The remote-controlled bomber has a range of up to 30 feet from the controlling iDevice, and according to Greenhead, features advanced balancing gyro technology and contra-rotating coaxial main
Advanced
rotors to keep the bomber
gyro.
balanced in the air.
Gyro.
The device comes with a lithium battery that provides up to 5 minutes of flight on a 60-minute charge. And if you're looking for other
60
upgrades
minutes
to your
is more
office
than I
arsenal,
need.
check out Dream Cheeky's full line of
I
smartphone controlled
knew I
weaponry.
wanted a desk job.
I want the thunder.
Look at all those. Did you guys see those iDevices?
While you're at your desk job.
And you guys see all those iDevices though?
Yeah.
Wait. They got everything in there. So I'm going to be reporting on the devices.
Yes. What? Excuse me. What is this again? Mashable.
For those of you, okay, all geeks and those
Yes,
who would
all
be
you
geeks,
tech geeks.
go to Mashable. Mashable.com is the one geek site with all the geeky stuff that you would ever want. It's everything you ever imagine. You will just stay up all night on Mashable.
Oh, great.
It's the Disney World.
I do. I love Mashable.
It is.
I love
Everything.
Mashable. And we'll be talking tomorrow about the natural keyboard from Mashable, you guys. All right? So get the clone. I'll get the price for you by tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the good news, the bad news, and the other shit.
Awesome.
The good news, got a flying clone. Don't eat corn. Hey.
Don't let your baby poop on the